Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is psychiatric, self-therapeutic, multimedia project for me to solve the problems, challenges, obstacles in my life, as well as self-improvement process for me to reach the heights, goals, and ambitions that I've set for myself and those around me. This is the last final stream, third stream today, 15 minutes each, back to back, 10-minute separated by 10-minute gap, and we have, of course, a continuation from the previous two live streams, working down through the new sub-series, which is a fusion of at least 3-4 other sub-series I've had in the past, from BDMP, Aftermath, to Item Catalog, and 1000 Days Till Death, all combining together to create this sub-series that focuses on getting through as much done as we possibly can. Now, that being said, this, why don't I remove this photograph here? You can see what you see is what you get. As always, take a look at the title, take a look at the screen. We have a lot of photography, and that's the main highlight for this live stream, third and final live stream here, as well as a take-home message as usual. So we're going to get to this in a second, and what I want to do is actually remove that and just wrap up the last few tasks that I wanted to speak about, the task items, the actions I need to work through in the previous live stream just about 10 minutes ago, which again you can find on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you're coming from. And so we left off at around 65, and then once we're done through up to 70, we're going to cover all the photography, and I'll show you some samples right here. A lot of just kind of like food porn on the side. In fact, I want to move it to the side right here. On the bottom right hand side, you can see already the names of the live streams, and we're on the number 3, third live stream today. Of course, Tim Hortons and Wendy's. That's the main highlight. So why don't we get to it? 65 on the very bottom right hand side, left hand side, sorry. Again, we're just finishing all the food. The purchases cost about, I forgot to mention, $4.20. I mean $4.70. And then the other one from Tim Hortons was like $2.60. And so that's basically what I bought yesterday to eat. Oh, I just realized that my pitch is up. That's basically what I ate yesterday in order to have enough to take my supplements, particularly a protein heavy meal. Now it's 66 right below it. I left off with that, saying that I wanted to get back to somebody who thanked me about addressing certain insecurities, and it seemed that it was very relatable to him, and he could understand what I was talking about and appreciated that I was speaking to that matter at hand. And I was really reflecting on a lot of the personal issues that I have with regards to my own insecurities. But apparently it was also very helpful for him to clarify his own thoughts and the way he felt about certain issues while managing his business. So I'm glad that I was able to help him, and I want to, go a little bit further, because one of his videos asked for some feedback and opinion, and I'm going to deliver on that. So with that being said, that's 66, 67. At the very next item there is a little bit blocked out by the comments. I can't see, but I believe it says something to do with social media. And I'm not really a big fan of that, but it's almost a necessity to have to engage in social media platforms if I'm actually going to build something properly. Marketing is a necessary part of business, and I can't avoid that, even if it's not my kind of thing. I'm a much more STEM-oriented person, and it took phenomenal reworking and rewiring of my habits and behaviors and attitudes to adopt a more productive, a more practical mindset and demeanor. So with that being said, I believe, social media down there, I'm trying to recall what it says, what it means. It says review guide. I probably have to, oh, I see. Right, so I was planning of putting some guides, some reviews of the food I was having, but I don't think I'll ever be able to get that done today. More or less, I think I'm really just forgetting what the specifics of that item is, so I didn't list out properly. I didn't clarify enough that task item there, so I'm not exactly sure what that means. 67. We'll just hop on to 68 in that case. So that's something I have to return to and follow up with. I have to remind myself what that is. Hopefully it comes back to me on stream. 68, finance, so paycheck. What is that? Checking pay. Okay, so banking, right. So I just had to check my statements, make sure that I'm above balance. And usually what I do is actually pay over balance. So in other words, most of my active credit cards are in the negative, in the sense that, you know, it's beneficial to me. Basically, I don't owe them, but the company, in fact, the lenders kind of owe me. And so it would be great to have a zero balance on your credit cards. And I'm going beyond that and saying I usually have about, you know, what do you put? Like maybe 50 to 150 bucks, not too much in case of fraud, right? You don't want to give someone your money. So you put like about 150 bucks extra into it. And that way, even, you know, after you do some spending, you're technically still below zero even. And that way I've never paid interest. I believe with exception once or twice in my life. With that being said, 69, at the very bottom left hand side right there, oh, I noticed something. It's interesting. I'm not sure if the live stream is actually running right now. Okay, I think the disconnection. Okay, anyways, bottom left hand side we have project. 69 says download and transfer. Right, this is very important. Very important. So I have some audiobooks and stuff like that I just downloaded from YouTube using a converter. And so what I've done is I've decided I have to first of all transfer that over to my phone. And one of them is by Sun Tzu, Art of War. Another one, you know, just think of, because of course when I was way back into my early ages, domestic household issues, I was very philosophical and very psychologically oriented and very STEM and scientifically oriented person, because I want to resolve, I guess, human nature and deal with and cope with just having to raise myself, and honestly always being, you know, dragged down through the screaming and the manipulation and all sorts of domestic household issues stemming from just, you know, you can't avoid it if you're living in poverty, if your own guardians are gambling with money, and if they have their own personal insecurities and they're constantly lashing out and screaming and kicking. And, you know, let's not get too hard into that, too deep into that, sorry. So the point is, you know, I used to do a lot of kind of stuff, so I listened to those. I would like to start getting back to my roots and listening to more formalized versions, because obviously I did a lot of that sort of introspective psychological self-therapy on my own, but reach externally, and there are plenty of resources outside of my own introspection, my own thoughts. And it's much better to, you know, reach out now that I have sorted out my own personal thoughts on this, to learn more from other philosophers and so on and so forth, and other psychologists, and especially cognitive psychologists. I like to focus on the reasoning and decision-making aspects. These are the practical portions of human behavior. That being said, that's audiobooks. 70 finally is the showcase of these photographs, which we're going to start right about now. I should mention, actually, at the very top there, I think I might have missed out. Yeah, 59 and 60 are very, very important, and I wanted to get to that in this live stream, actually in the two live streams before this. But what you see in 59 and 60, it refers to music. And so, oh, by the way, one more thing, I'm going to get rid of this photograph here. I didn't mention this mail where it belongs. It belongs, you know, I just received it in A3 right here with that stash of mail. So I had to put that away. That's just some logistical stuff I forgot to cover. So that's a tangent. It's always trying to manage 100 different things. You forget something's going to fall short. You're going to overlook something. 59 and 60. Yeah, another thing overlooked, the music for the past. So today, you may have noticed I actually have some proper music. Yesterday was the first time I had any music on my streams, and the 2-3 live streams before that, so the past maybe the 4 streams I've been trying to show on YouTube, I would pull up a browser and then show, like, I don't know, Born Supremacy's like Walk in Berlin, or Club Club to Death, Matrix, like just pull up some sort of music and say, hey, listen, I can't put copyrighted music, so why don't you guys just click on it and then you can listen to it while watching or whatever. For me, and then 2-3 days later, I said, okay, I look onto the app that I'm using to recording and I drew up some music, and I tested that yesterday, and they were absolutely horrible tracks. Or, well, they're not horrible, but they were not to my liking. Let's just put it that way, to put it tame ways, And I said, it's not good enough. And then I went further, and then now today I have YouTube's audio library, copyright-free music with the license to free for use, as long as you use it in video content or live streaming and so on and so forth. And so now I have this music here, and I want to, even though in the audio library of YouTube they say specifically you don't have to attribute, there's no need for attribution unless it's specifically designated. Now I still want to give credits to that, because I am a creator myself, and I always appreciate what other people do. Just on a person-to-person level basis, not just the creator person or whatever. Forget the roles. Like, I'm just a human being creating my own shit, and I like to, I would like to be able to take credit for my work. And so when it comes to these music tracks, for the past 2 live streams I had in the past hour, including this one, there's music, hip-hop kind of music, and I want to basically eventually put in my description links to those artists who created this music. Even though it's not necessary, I would just like to attribute some credit to that. So eventually, maybe in the next 2-3 days, I'll manage to get that done, hopefully. That being said, finally we get to the photographs. So you see on top right hand side, I'm going to get rid of the screenshot now. We have that Tim Hortons blueberry muffin. I'm going to maximize that, and we're going to get started with the photographs. We have like 80 photographs. So you see the blueberry muffin right there, like I said. Focused mostly on me getting enough supplements, getting some food with my supplements. Now we finally officially begin. Let's see how fast we can run through all this. It's going to be a speed run. Think of a game, think of like a Rush when you were a kid. I'm going to rush through this sort of party quest or some dungeon or raid or whatever. Let's rush through these photographs here. So Tim Hortons, Wendy's, quality is my recipe. That's the bag. Here are the bags. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is when I have not finished eating them. Obviously, they're just unpackaged bags. And just a lot of them trying to capture the branding, the logo. I always find it kind of funny because I think of it like a horror theme when I see Wendy's. You'll see soon why I consider Wendy's, her face to be like a horror. Think of The Grudge, The Ring. And yeah, okay, ooh, nice. So this is like a food porn right here. We have all this kind of nice food here, and it's great. Muffins, blueberry muffins, it's delicious, right? And some high angle shots, some low angle shots. Again, one of these days I intend on putting these things on Yelp or whatever, or doing a review on each grocery store on Google Maps, right? Just uploading the photographs. It's a good source of traffic or whatever. But it's also a good portion of my life, right? So the Ahn Rho Project, covering the good, the bad, and the ugly. Obviously, this is the positive portion of my life. This is not insecurities and anything like that, which is great. But, be able to do that kind of stuff would be awesome. And now we have here something new, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cookies. Peanut butter cookies. I never thought you'd be able to get Reese's Peanut Butter Cookies from Tim Hortons. Go figure, right? 1, 2, remove. Large close-up photographs, and largely because you can see that they're in high detail anyways. A little bit blurry, to be honest. There's a little bit better resolution. This is the best one, I think. And again, it's going to be a pain in the ass selecting which photographs I'm going to use. Now we have the receipts here. Obviously turned on the back. I can show the survey promotions they have. I'm not going to show obviously the payments. That's kind of stupid. I'm not going to include my financial details in here. And then here's the packaging. All right, so we get to Wendy's now. So Tim Hortons is done. Great. Moving on. 1, 2, the packaging, the burgers. All right, look at that. The shading is kind of bad. Obviously the lighting. I mean, not shading. There's not animation. The lighting is pretty bad. It's atrocious because I have I'm obviously my light here is all yellow, and my camera's trying to phone is trying to auto adjust. So I apologize if some of these have some really heavy shadows, and that's all right. Honestly, like I said, I'm just trying to run through them. And now we have the horror chick flick, right? We have this kind of Wendy's, The Grudge, The Ring. Oh, right. So I just actually took photographs of this because I thought it was kind of funny. And there's a big screenshot. Think of Exorcism, right? She's like upside down, keeled over on her back. Jesus, look at that. Scary. Wendy's. All right. Now here's the beef. Okay, cheeseburger. So much photography. Like I said, this is one of my big issues that I'm trying to get rid of as well. Taking so many damn photographs and not actually putting them and making them use. I have to get to those reviews eventually. I can't wait till the time I get to it. And now we're moving to the burger. Finally, we get to the burgers. Like I said, one of this is the junior. I believe this is the bacon. No, this is the junior. This is the cheeseburger deluxe. Again, both very cheap, $2.30 or something like that. And again, tomatoes, onions, lettuce. That was important. I wanted something that has some sort of vegetables or something. And again, to supplement, to take my supplements. That was the main point. I'm going to start showing some half-eaten portions of it now. Obviously, this is largely not, I haven't touched it, I haven't bitten into it. But here we have, now that looks juicy, right? It's like, again, this is just a not very healthy food. I'm pretty sure it's high in saturated fat. You can see it's dripping with the ranch sauce and everything like that. And that's all right. I really don't mind. Because, like I said, I didn't have any food at all yesterday. I was supposed to bring something to work. Oh, that one's disgusting right there. You can see it's just really fatty right there. But yeah, here's an aerial shot too, by the way. So you can see that this one is, I believe, pickles and stuff like that. Cheese, lettuce, onions, and ketchup, and the beef patty, and the cheddar cheese. So running through them real quick. Lastly, we have some stuff here of the junior bacon cheeseburger. And wow, these are really nice photographs here. So I think I would probably use these for any sort of review than the other ones. But oh, oops, a little mistake there. That's all right. Moving on real quick. We have about 30 seconds left, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm going to try to deliver a take-home message after I show the food that I consider to be depth. So depth foods are basically things that I kind of owe. So we have these sort of fish and fish, green onions, eggs, ground pork. This is not my own food. This is food that comes from my guardians, which again, domestic household issues, not supposed to use, but I did anyways. So take-home message, time for the take-home message, which is what? Take care of your health, take care of your finances, take care of yourself. Make sure you become a strong, disciplined, responsible individual so that, you know, you have something of value to contribute to the ones you care for. You can only help other people when you can help yourself first. And so with that being said, ending off with a blurry image, I hope to see a better version of you as well as myself in the next live stream tomorrow morning. I can't believe it. I got through 85 photographs. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next live stream. This is the Ahn Rho Project. Thank you for tuning in, and ciao.